I think it's really important you know why people are committing crimes. When I was 16 years old, I got my first, legitimate job, and I was working at Fur's Cafeteria, and in Mesa. It was at Los Arcos Mall. I think it was called Mesa, Arizona. And this crew would come in, and they were a crew with a commercial food equipment company, and the boss, Ron, was always talking to me and this and that. I was a little shy, growing up. And he said, look, I need a secretary. Do you want to come be my receptionist? And I said, okay. And so I left Fur's and I went to go work for him, this little office there in Mesa. And I ended up hooking up with a couple people that worked with him, one in particular. And next thing I know, this guy is like Ron, the boss. He's this big Texan, smokes cigars. He made me feel very uncomfortable because he was like, the person that trained me, he was cutting her down, and she was so sweet, this girl Wendy, sweetest thing I've ever met. And he kept cutting her down. I was getting pissed, and it was very uncomfortable for me because she was really cool. And next thing I know, he's like, I could get you an apartment here. And I'm thinking, I already have an apartment. I already have a home. You know what I mean? I still lived at home with my parents. And I was so uncomfortable, and he would hit on me, in his own way, when I was alone with him in the little office. And then he was going out of town, and he goes, I have some money I left for you. There's some money here in this drawer if you need it. And for some reason, the spirits in me voided an invoice. It was $45, I remember. And he came back from out of town, and he goes, hey, I saw that you did this. And I was so embarrassed. And I said, look, I think I have to have an abortion or something. I can't work for you anymore. And I quit. And I would rather steal from him at that time than get raped. I would rather have stealed from him than get raped. That's the only time I steal from somebody like that. As a flight attendant, we were taking minis and taking airplane food and headset money. You're getting involved to do these things. I was broke as a fucker, on layovers as a flight attendant. And they started drug testing us back in the, late 80s, early 90s as airline people. We couldn't go through the fancy line where airline employees could go anymore. They were catching a lot of people that were stealing from the company. So we all stopped. We all stopped stealing from the airlines because they would check us when we got back and made us do a drug test and things like that. And back when I started flying, people were snorting coke. And I tried it. I hated it. It's a horrible drug. But I'd rather have stealed from Ron than get fucking raped by him. And that's exactly why you guys are doing things you're doing. I know this. I also thought, it's okay if I die as a flight attendant, I'm in bad weather, no one fucking cares for me. It's okay. It's not okay. That's called a martyr. A lot of you have been turned into martyrs. You think it's okay for you to die. It's not okay for you to die. It's not. That's why you're doing the things you're doing. You'd rather steal than get raped by these fucking people running these companies. Once again, don't do anything to get yourself arrested. Quit. If you need to quit a job, quit. Don't put up with their bullshit. You be the boss of your universe. You're the center of your universe. And what that means is there's a trick you can do. Let's say you're trying to give a speech or talk to people and you're like tearing up or getting angry. Center those thoughts. You drop them into heart. It's like the opposite of what you think. You drop them into heart. You can get through your speech. You can get through talking to people. And you can become the boss of your universe. You're the center of your universe, okay? Don't ever think it's okay what these people are doing, trying to put you in a rape realm. It's important you know that, because a lot of you don't understand why you're doing the things you're doing. I'll walk through the store and they're constantly spiritually grabbing stuff, and I go, knock it off, you know. I see that, or aware of the trauma in people, and they'll give people a hard time when you're walking in the store, because they automatically think you're a criminal. And just know that's why you're doing the things you're doing, okay? It's not okay to be that. It's not okay to be a martyr. You be the boss of your universe and the center of your universe, and take charge. You take control of this. You take control of your emotions. And you listen. You listen on the inside and outside. There's a lot of trauma when you wake up. There's a lot of twisting of our tongue, because we have different tongues. We're different animals. The life cycle. Think of the life cycle. The octopus is our placenta. Just know that. The octopus is our placenta, and you guys are going out killing octopuses. What's the life cycle of the smallest organ, or the smallest it, or smallest that? That's us. All right. Just keep riding your ship and know the reasons why you're doing things, and then you can correct it. And it's women and children first, no one left behind, and it's not on my watch. That's a big mantra you need to establish in your universe, not on my watch. All right, peace out.